Hi guys, it's Joy, and if you saw the title of this video, strap in. This is going to be a wild video. More and more weird things keep coming out right now, and I'm going to cover them because I find this interesting, and that's what I do. I cover things that I find interesting. I want to try to be respectful to all people involved, even if the people involved aren't respectful to everybody, or myself, and that's fine. That's how it goes sometimes. But what we're going to get into today is very, very interesting. Because as you guys know, I've been covering the Shane Dawson, Trisha Paytas situation, which really was the Shane Dawson hairbyjay situation that turned into Shane by association with Jeffree, because hairbyjay is somebody that Jeffree hires, even though Jeffree's fired that person, made public apologies to Trisha and asked her to talk to him privately, because he's trying to make good on his promises to be a better person. Whether or not he actually is doing that, I don't know. That's not my place to say, but so far, Shane and Jeffree are the only ones acting like adults in the situation. Shane has been drug into this, in my opinion, unfairly, because from Trisha's perspective, he's been a bad friend, even though he asked her to come over so they could talk it out. And she didn't give him a visit or a phone call over what to me looks like possible miscommunication over text. What's so funny and what's so hypocritical is this was in November. There was a Frenemies episode where Trisha and Moses, now Moses is now Trisha's fiance, which is Ethan and Hila. Well, it's Hila's brother, Ethan's brother-in-law. So apparently in this video and in this Frenemies episode, which is still up, you can see the whole thing, I have the clip of where she talks about how she and Moses have broken up and why. Apparently, when they were on a break, Moses ended up having direct messages with one woman who catfished him 3 times, and he ended up giving out some very hurtful personal information about Trisha. And Trisha found out because apparently this woman who is a stalker of hers, who knows if that's true, because Trisha has claimed other people are stalkers, which we'll get into in another video, so stay tuned. I don't know when these are coming out today, so make sure, and I have bombshells today, make sure and see all of them, and you have to watch all the way through. You're not going to get the full context unless you watch all the way through, so please be aware of that. But in regard to this video that goes out, she puts out a ton of private personal information about him. And it gets very interesting. I do think it's funny that Shane, I guess, was caught once crap talking her. I know we have other reports, but we have reports from like Peter Monn who says, well, I say, and you can't trust Peter Monn. I'm sorry, but you can't. He's been caught lying and doing so many things, calling himself a psychotherapist when he's not. He's done so many awful things. I wouldn't, and just to me personally, and other people, not just me, but other people, lying, bullying. He's very much a bully. So I don't trust him. I don't trust what he says. But what I want to get into right now has to do with the situation with Trisha and Moses. Apparently, Moses told people that he doesn't like to engage in sexual activity because her genitalia does not smell hygienic. I am not joking, among a few other things. I'm going to play the clip and let you guys see it in its entirety, and we're going to break it down. By the way, there again, other videos, because this stuff is nuts today. Bombshells. So, you take a look, and then I've got tons of notes on this. Here we go.
Yeah.
You have to start to just feel comfortable in order.
I was chaos this weekend. I was really bad this weekend, and I feel really bad about it.
Why? What
I'm
happened?
Depressed.
What'd you do?
I don't know. I got in a big fight, a one-sided fight.
With Moses?
Yeah.
Well, he seems okay. Are you okay?
We haven't talked about it because I didn't want to cry.
Yeah. Really?
But I didn't want to come here alone because I'm like, they're going to know something's wrong, so come with me.
Aw. Damn. I hope you guys work it out. I like you guys. But he knows. But, I don't know the content of the
I wasn't mean or physical. Well, I wasn't mean at all. I was really sad, actually.
The banana fell. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, I don't know. Obviously, don't know the content of the fight, but like
it wasn't a fight.
Well, I don't mean a physical. I mean, you guys obviously had a verbal altercation, right?
I'm just me. It's always one-sided because Moses is so calm. He's the worst person to fight with because he's just so. I'm like, just leave. He's like,
and it's
okay.
annoying, right? Hila's the same. It's like it's so annoying.
They're just like
assholes.
They're just chill with whatever you want. They're like, all right. It's awful.
I hope you guys work it out. You feel like maybe it won't work out? Aw, Moses said, I love her.
I know. Yesterday I was like, I don't love you.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I know. Fuck.
Unless you mean it.
No, I think I love
him. So you wanted to break up with him and he was like, is that what it was?
Yeah. And he's like, okay, I'll just leave. And then I wanted to fight more, but he already left.
Damn.
He's like, can I sleep in the bed? I'm like, no, sleep in the guest room. And then he went back to his place last night. That was the first night we slept alone in 3 months, and I was really sad, and that's why I'm really depressed.
Well, that's why you're depressed then.
I was depressed before. I was depressed last week.
Well, if you do like him, you guys can work it out. Look at this thing working its way down, man. This is a metaphor for like your
relationship.
Yeah, because like here's normality, here's stability, and it's like it's a slow ascent, but like descent. But like you just gotta hold on for the ride of your life.
I'm like the habanero on top, riding the dick. I'm hoping I don't fall off.
Spicy, bobbling. Yeah. This is awesome. This is by far our best show, isn't it?
One time?
Oh, that's cool.
Ew! Oh my God. If that thing falls and hits me, it'd be so crazy. Oh my God. Stop. It's gonna like bust. Stop.
Okay.
You have so much anger in you right now. At the beginning of our relationships, Moses told me I gave toothy blowjobs.
Say what?
He said I used too much teeth in blowjobs.
Oh, he told you that? Well, that's good feedback. I'm surprised you didn't get that feedback by now in your life.
That's what I said. I'm like, no one's ever complained about
I'm surprised you're the first person to tell you that. If it's
That's
the
all
case.
I think about now, so I hold it against him. I told him that in our fight. But you know what? I fell out of love with you when you told me I had toothy blowjobs.
Why? That's like good feedback.
I don't say if someone's doing something wrong.
Well, hold on. Was it like, yo, stop. Don't ever get... Was it mean or was it like, just so you know? Yeah, it's constructive feedback.
No, this is how he said it. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, do you always use so much teeth?
That's not super direct.
That's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened, and I still hold resentment towards him today.
Because you thought maybe that she was like a kinky into like teeth play or something? Yeah. I think I've given that feedback to someone before, but like, because it's like you're in a relationship and you're like, yo, like, just so you know, because sometimes they say, how is it? And you go, well, there's a lot of teeth down there. I think that's good feedback.
He once DM'd a catfish that my pussy stank.
Say that again?
He once DM'd a fake girl that he never met that was a catfish that we found out was catfishing him with fake photos. She was actually a big fat bitch from Chicago and was catfishing him as a skinny supermodel. And he texted her, Trisha's pussy smelled so bad, I'd never desire sex with her.
You said that?
Oh, really? Should we bring up the text message?
But wait. No. Because why are you keep going back? I thought you were over this stuff.
I'm not over it.
You want to go back and look at it?
That's my reply to that.
So he's like, his reply was, well, her pussy was stink, so I didn't want to go down on her. That was his reply. And you know what? That's why I don't want to have sex with him right now. So I was like, I told him.
But wait, this is like old. I thought this was water under the bridge. Yeah, you can't keep going back to this, Trisha. You can't keep going back.
It lives in my head. Like, I talked to my therapist about it, about the blowjob comment, about him saying my pussy was stinky.
You can't get over the teeth thing?
That I can get over, but him talking to a catfish and trash about me. Like,
does your vagina
This
stink?
is a different catfish, by the way. No, my vagina is so clean.
Well, just, by the way, clean and stink.
I didn't say your dick was cheesy or anything. I was just
Should I turn this off? Because I wonder if it's just a really annoying sound.
Well, it's been through the whole video, so it's like continuity, but okay.
Continuity. People are like, thank God. Wait, so
anyway,
you can have a clean but stinky vagina. Like, I've been with girls who
It's not stinky, Moses. Is this? Oh my God, my
so
vagina
why'd you
is
say
so
it?
clean. Yeah, why did you say it?
Because I was hurt.
Oh, he was hurt.
So he told a catfish?
But that's kind of sweet. He's like, you hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings. So I told this random girl in the DMs that I think anyone would see that her vagina stinks.
I didn't know she was going to put it online.
Yeah.
Because he got catfished by the same girl 3 times. He's so stupid.
That is pretty ridiculous. What? By the way, what's wrong with this girl? What a freak.
And I proved to him that she's been stalking me for like 10 years because there's a Guru Gossip website that has her Instagram account.
Who's
he's like,
this girl? She's obsessed with you.
She deleted the account. Her fake name was Lily Lou. Her real name's Melissa. And she's been like stalking all my boyfriends for 10 years. And I showed him on this website
Why?
from 2016.
Why did she stalk your boyfriend?
I don't know. But this one is stupid enough to be like, ooh, can't wait to put my
3
nose in your
times,
pussy.
Moses?
3 times! 2 by her and 1 by one of your fans. The chick that watches the other 300-pound catfish that watches your show from Northern California.
You seen like on 90 Day Fiancee the other way? They always have these ones where they go, I got catfish but I stayed with them.
Oh yeah, Jenny and Summit. We love them.
That's so funny.
She got catfished twice by him, and then he was married on top of that. The Indian guy.
It's like some jacked, like beautiful model, and then the real guy is like some basement dwelling Indian dude who's like missing teeth, and she's like, I loved him.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that story though. That's kind of everything. I feel like that was him with the catfishes because he defended them till we finally figured out, till they exposed him, and then he's like, all right, maybe that was a bad idea.
But he says your pussy doesn't stink.
You know what started this?
So
though?
why does that bother you?
Huh?
He says your pussy doesn't stink. I was hurt. Doesn't that help?
Yeah, that helps. But what triggered all of this was Friday night. He logged me out of his Instagram, and he always had ever since
Why'd
we
you
got
do
back
it?
together.
She didn't show me her DMs. So
For Christmas, I might as well just say it because you already ruined it. For Christmas,
Why do you want need to see her DMs?
no, we weren't next to each other.
Can you mic Moses?
Anyway, you can
Okay, he's just basically, I'll tell you what happened. So
Just give him a mic.
I'll just tell you what happened.
Well, because people can't hear.
No, it's fine.
Oh.
Okay, I was like, I had my.
Because let's mic Moses. So because like let's get to the bottom of this. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
so quickly. She didn't show me her DMs. And I thought in my mind, you know what, I'm going to log her out. And when she asked me to log in, I'll ask her, I want your login too. So we both log in into each other. That's all.
I'm not the
It was
one
just
texting
stupid.
people behind his back. That's why we gave the DM.
Why did
So
you
we
want to
meet
see her
other guys.
DMs? Why did you want to see her DMs?
Show it to me. And usually she does.
Because
Why didn't
can I
you
tell
show him your DMs?
For Christmas, and I already gave him his Christmas present because he was going to leave and I was going to break up with him. I'm like, you might as well have this because I got him a brand new iPhone, a blue one, and it had his phone number already attached to it. So I got a custom case made with his water, like an acrylic painting of
That's
his
really nice.
waterwork. And so I didn't want to show him because he knew all the presents I already got him. For his birthday, he knew the laptop. For Christmas, he knew the iPhone. So I'm like, this is something he doesn't
Well, why
know.
were you not all of a sudden letting him see your DMs?
Because that's who I was DMing. I was DMing about his gift, and he knew every single gift I've given him up until that point. And I was like, this is something that he doesn't know I'm doing for him.
So did you let him in your DMs or not yet?
No, because then that night we just turned
You just got
around and
upset.
the next day I left and I said, just leave.
But then you wanted to look at his DMs, and then he was saying,
It was
she
just-
thought I did something shady.
You know what?
Because
was
you
nuts
logged her
is
out?
Someone found him on Hinge that night. Someone found him on Hinge, and I was like, let me see your DMs. And he logged me out that night.
"Wait, why did someone find you on Hinge?"
I deactivated my account a long time ago, and for some reason they still showed it.
Mm.
So then, in front of her eyes, I opened it. It was logged out.
But then logged me out of his
I
Instagram
logged
that night.
into Hinge, deleted the account because I didn't know they showed. The
To be
account when
honest,
they
I really
deactivated.
doubt Moses is on Hinge.
He
I'm
was
not.
on Hinge. That was his account.
No, I know, but
No,
he's
but
not
I'm not
looking
on
for a
it. They
date.
show
He
people
just
that
said
are
he
not
loves
on
you.
it.
He just said he loves you.
Every guy says that and then they cheat.
No, but Moses isn't on Hinge. He's
No,
not.
people
but
won't
he
show
logged
you
me
if
out of
I'm
that
on Hinge.
account.
Moses isn't a cheater. I wouldn't think
It was
Moses would be a
just a
cheater.
coincidence that those two things happened at the same night.
Although I
That's all.
understand why she's skeptical of your explanation, because I wouldn't expect to see your account on Hinge if you deactivated it.
Me neither. That's exactly the point.
Hmm.
And I showed her. I'm proud of her. I
Why
put
did
on
you
the
see it
floor.
on Hinge?
That account is back.
Oh, that fucking psycho's ruining your life.
She hasn't, it's the same.
Don't listen to anything she does. She's ruining your fucking life. Are you sure you're not like Tyler Durden from Fight Club and you wake up in the night and that's you're her?
Don't say that.
I've long suspected that it's you.
That'd be
You
amazing.
have like Tyler Durden ruining your fucking
That's
all
why
your
I
life.
didn't show my phone. I was doing my spilling tea. Oh, I don't want to say his shit. It's
Can I
fine.
give
No,
you like
whatever.
Jerry's what Jerry Seinfeld? Jerry fucking what's Springer? He has his final thoughts.
Okay, yeah, final thoughts.
Jerry's final thoughts. You gotta love how he tries to get fight. He's like, okay, everybody fight and ruin your fucking life. Now let me give my final thoughts.
Okay.
What is with you guys? Why are you so distrustful of each other? You're looking in her DMs, Moses. This is unbecoming of you. What is this? You don't trust her? You don't trust him? You're in each other's DMs? This is outrageous, childish behavior. You guys are in love. It's quite obvious you both care about each other. What is with the
For the
skepticism?
record, I never even checked his DMs. When I got his password, I was like, you know what? This is all I needed. So the night he logged me out, and it was the same night of Hinge, the same night that account came back, and then he logged me out, and I was like, and the next day he tried to be like,
Why'd you log her out? Just for revenge? For
Just that. I was gonna say, show me yours, I'll show you mine. That's all. It was a stupid thing. I didn't think she was gonna go so paranoid.
you log her out? I can see why she got paranoid. You know she's sensitive.
Sure. And I said, I'm sorry, it was a mistake.
So have you let her into your
Immediately,
DMs?
The password again. I have nothing to hide. That's
Yeah.
the thing. To
and then I
begin
realized, that's
with-
when I realized I didn't care anymore. I was like, you know what? I don't care. Let's just break up.
Well, I think that's drastic.
Because I literally didn't care. He's like, here's my password. I'm like, no, you did that like I fucking don't care. I actually don't care. So that's why I was like, all right, I'm over it.
But I think the key is to not care about what's in each other's DMs.
No, because he has proven time. I've always told him, I was always upfront. Hey, I'm sleeping with somebody. I'm doing this before we started dating. He was always like, I talk to no girls. I never talk to girls that way. All of a sudden, I want to put my nose in your pussy. Trisha's pussy stinks. Can't wait to fuck you. Want to cuddle you. This could be you, this little fucking kitten in my arms. Like, he's doing all these texts. Oh, here's my boob shot. That's what he texted a girl.
This-
You posted a boob
Yes,
shot.
No, but it's not like that. Don't
You
put your
post.
hands
You
like
sent
that.
your tits to some girl.
All of those texts were when I was single before we were dating.
But you always said, oh, I don't talk to girls that way. And then I was like,
was
Let me see the tit
single
shot.
before
okay,
we were dating.
this is so cringe. Oh my God. It's like, it makes me want to gag. This is what he sent her.
But this is what she does. She's all day on those messages. She obsessed with those messages. There's nothing
You owe-
special about it.
How about these ones? I like
You-
everything about you.
Hold
I want
on,
to kiss
hold
every
on.
inch of your body.
Hold on,
I
hold
wanna
on, hold
sit
on,
next to you,
stop.
cuddle you.
You don't need to humiliate. You don't need to humiliate.
Why?
him.
He did it to me. He told me my pussy was stinks.
That's the point.
He
I was
told- he
single
says
at
my
the
pussy
time.
He
stinks.
says he didn't. He doesn't think that.
Okay, well, I
How
don't
you
think
guys?
that either.
How are you guys gonna get up past this?
I'm past it. She's not.
I'm not.
Ethan, she
Wait,
slept
can you
with
let
10
your
guys
sister talk? Wait,
while we were in that
let
break
Hila
that I
talk.
texted the
Moses,
girl.
stop.
Wow.
Moses, just stop.
10? That's a marathon. For sure. Wait, nobody can hear you, Hila. Say it into the mic.
This microphone is really getting poor hands.
From mukbang to fucking emotion bang. This is an emotion
I
bang.
was saying that sometimes people will say really mean stuff not to your face because you're not supposed to see that stuff. And the fact
Right.
that you guys are obsessing over reading everything, you always say you're reading all of his chats, it's just really unhealthy. It's not going to end well if you want to or not, because it's not meant for you to read.
Mm.
No,
And it's gonna sound to you so mean, but he would never say something like that to your face.
That's
you know?
worse though, because the things I said I knew he would watch my podcast. I never have said anything nasty behind his back. Everything I've said to his face. So that's even worse when someone says it behind
Well,
your
it's
back.
old though. He hasn't done anything like that since you guys have been together.
But new ones keep coming out all the time. Like those new. That one came
Sounds
out
like
October 9th. October 9th.
But it's old. It's from old. Moses hasn't done anything like that since you guys have been together. Do you acknowledge that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that's good. That's good, right? He hasn't done anything like that since you guys have been steady dating.
Yeah.
Now he says you fucked 10 guys. Well, you guys
Well, we
were-
weren't dating. We weren't dating.
I texted one girl.
No, 3. One girl, 3 catfishes. He thought they were texting 3
In
different
what
girls.
period of time did you sleep with 10 guys? How long was that?
May through July.
Wow.
Yeah,
Player.
exactly. No reason to slut shame someone. Yeah,
So-
because I'm honest. You know what it is? I'm honest with him. I'm like, yeah, I was slept with people. He goes, oh, I don't even talk to any other girls. So he just lies. Like, that's my issue. At least be fucking honest about it. Like, I was honest.
What do you say to that?
No, because I was single. I could text a girl.
But you lied about it. You said you didn't.
There
On the
was-
way down to my dad's, you're like, I never text any other
That girl
girls.
was a troll, and I trolled back. That
Oh,
one
he
specific
calls
one.
it trolling him back in the
That
private
one was
DMs.
a troll. I was trolling back. It
Okay.
was stupid.
She's like, I'm coming to see
It
you
was-
after
Look, I
20
think
seconds.
the
Stupid.
most important thing is that he hasn't done anything like that since you guys have been steady, right? And I think that's really all that
The
matters.
fact that he's still defending that, though, is like he really thinks he did nothing wrong. Like, literally is totally fine. He goes, oh, I was trolling her saying,
why?
come visit me.
Why do you? I just don't know why you keep going back to that.
Because I can't get past it. And I have talked to therapists about it, and I literally can't get past it. And I'm just like, it sucks. It sucks.
Hmm.
Because it sticks in my head, and it's like the worst thing ever.
How can you guys? How can you make it right for you?
I have no idea. Like, that's the thing. I don't think he can.
Just
Like,
like-
it's already in my head. Those
What,
words.
the stuff about that your pussy stinks and all
Yeah,
that?
and that I can't control my eating and like all this stuff, like really personal stuff. He told people, he's like, yeah, she has issues with food. She's high. She's obsessed with me. Like, it's good, crazy shit that sticks in my head. And like,
Mm.
I want to get past it because I have so much fun with Moses. I love him so much. And it's just like, I can't get past it. Like, it's like the first time in my life where I don't want to have sex with someone because I'm just like, oh, like he thinks my pussy stinks. Oh, he thinks I have an issue with food. Like,
Do you notice why? Like sometimes you care about it, sometimes you don't. Do you notice why sometimes you do and sometimes you don't? Is there something that triggers it?
I guess him logging me out of the Instagram, then I started not trusting
You
him
start
again.
having negative feelings, and it brings all that stuff up.
Yeah, and then I went to that account that posts all the DMs, and I saw that they DM me October 9th, and I was like, oh my God, there's more. There's always more.
You gotta block that person. You really gotta just block that person. They're fucking your life up. They're just
But
weird
it sucks
freaks.
that I wouldn't have known otherwise because he doesn't tell me. I tell him everything. I'm like, yeah, I fucked Jay Moore. Like, you know what I mean? I tell him everything. Oh, he gave me an American Express credit card to have sex with him. You know, I say everything.
Yeah, but like, even though you know it, it's not necessarily something that represents his true feelings. You know, that's kind of what
I
you
think
was trying
it's worse.
to say.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think it's worse when it's private and hidden. It's
Okay, so let's summarize and I'm just trying, my notes, by the way, this is probably the longest set of notes I've had for a video because this went on for a while. There was a lot. So this is a little bit of a summary. She says she got in a fight with Moses and it was bad. She says it wasn't a fight though. First she says it's a fight, and then when Ethan says it's a fight, she says it's not a fight. There's gonna be a lot of back and forth from Trisha in this. She says she wanted to fight more, but I guess he already left. So she says it's the first time she slept alone in 3 months. It's very interesting. So she's upset because she wanted to continue an argument, then he decided to de-escalate. Does that seem weird to anybody? But that's fine. It's Trisha, you know, whatever. She says Moses told her at the beginning of the relationship that she gives too much, that she has too much teeth involved in oral pleasuring of him. She says nobody has ever complained about that, and she took that as a big, like something that was a very big insult. I don't know. She said she fell out of love with him when he said you give oral pleasure that has too much teeth. Moses says it's just constructive feedback. And apparently he was catfished, and he told the catfish, Trisha's genitalia smelled so bad that I never desired sexual intercourse with her. His reply was to her genitalia stinks, so I don't want to engage in oral. Ethan says she needs to get over it, but she says she's in therapy for it, about the oral situation, the catfishing, and that he was talking trash about her. And apparently this is a different, she says there's more than one catfish, but then she's also said it was the same person 3 times. So I'm not sure. And she also makes sure to explain to everybody that her privates are very clean. Like, is this real? But again, it's Trisha, who knows? Ethan says, clean and stink are different. Sound off in the comments. Let's have a debate about it. Oh my God. Like, I'm embarrassed for all these people. He says it's because, and Moses says he said that because he was hurt. So we catch Moses in a lie. We'll get into that in a minute. He says he got catfished by the same 3 girls, or that's what they said. The girl who did this has been stalking Trisha for 10 years. I guess she has like some type of gossip page about her, and that she stalks Trisha, and this woman stalks her boyfriend, I guess, and then she docks who this woman is. I mean, if the woman is legitimately stalking you, I'm not too concerned about a dox at that point, right? But again, just more information from Trisha. And she says he's been catfished 3 different times. Moses defended the catfish until Trisha exposed them. So I guess he was defending these people to Trisha until Trisha said, see, this is what it is. Moses now says that her genitalia does not stink, and Trisha says that helps. I'm laughing because it's so absurd. And it's just so blatant when you see this, that Ethan and Hila are using her and her exploits. They're just using it as views and attention. Maybe they care about her to an extent. I'm not saying they don't, but this is off the wall. And then it says he logged me out of his Instagram. I guess she had been logged into it. So Trisha showed her direct messages, and then she asked for his login, and we both logged into each other's DMs. She said, I wanted to see what he does, but he didn't want me to see the DMs because she said she then was unfair because she didn't want him to see her DMs because in her DMs, she was getting him a surprise present. So he logs her out, and as a result, she got very upset, and he's a scum of the earth. Kind of the same sense that things make with Shane. So, she says, someone found him on something called Hinge. What is that? Sound off in the comments. I don't know what that is. I don't even care to know, but I'm curious. What is it? And I guess he was on something called Hinge that night. So she wanted to see what was going on in his Instagram. So that's why she wanted to see it, because she saw an account for him on something called Hinge. I'm assuming it's like a Grindr, it's some date and meetup thing, right? She says he deactivated it, but it was still on Hinge. And he has said he had deactivated it, but for some reason the account was still there. Moses says he loves her, and her response is everyone cheats. He says it's a coincidence that this all happened around the same time, but she doesn't believe it. Trisha knew it had to be reactivated because she saw it there, and I guess now it's gone. I don't know much about these apps. I would think once it's gone, but sometimes systems can take a while to update, so who knows? I don't know. Ethan questions if they trust one another. Ethan says this is childish. Well, yeah, it is. Trisha says she never checks his direct messages, but then he logged her out of his messages, so she didn't trust him. Ethan says she's paranoid because she gets sensitive, and he understands that. And so that's where he was siding with Trisha. And then Trisha says, I don't care anymore and let's break up. So she just broke up with him over this. Just tossed him aside. You know, a narcissist discarding, and she is diagnosed as a narcissist. It's not even me making things up. She's diagnosed. So Trisha reiterates that she doesn't care. She says a few times she doesn't care, but again, she goes back and forth. Ethan says, let's not care about the DMs, just don't care about them. Moses told Trisha that he doesn't talk to her that way. Then he says, I want to F you. I can't stand Trisha's genitalia. I guess he was telling this woman, so sorry, my notes are bad. He was telling this woman he wants to engage in physical activity, and he says he wanted to put his nose in her genitalia, and that he can't stand Trisha's genitalia. Oh, Lord. Moses says she's all day obsessed with these messages. Trisha says, yeah, he sent embarrassing body shots of like his chest or I don't know. Ethan says not to humiliate Trisha. So Ethan was saying, Trisha, don't humiliate him, right? Trisha says he did it to her and he said her vagina stinks. So I guess she doesn't care. Moses says he's past it, and Trisha demands Moses stop talking to let anybody else notice that was weird. I think I'm going to do another video because this was just too weird with some of the things I'm going out. She started demanding he shut up and stop talking in a really horrible way. If a man did that to a woman, that would be very concerning and everybody would be talking. I find it interesting that it's okay for her to say that to him in that way. So Hila gives some advice. Sometimes people will say really mean stuff not to your face because you aren't supposed to see that stuff. It's unhealthy and it won't end well with you obsessing over his messages. This all sounds mean, but he would never say that to your face and he doesn't want to hurt you. And if you saw it, it would be mean. But weren't Ethan and Hila just defending the fact that Shane was crap talking her and how horrible Shane is and how horrible he was and Jeffree was to be mean behind her back? Jeffree's a bit of a different story, I get. But it's so hypocritical that if it's Shane's just the ultimate bad. But I guess apparently now, well, sometimes there's just certain things you aren't meant to see so it doesn't hurt your feelings. Where's any of that for Shane? Which I find interesting. So, she says, I've never said mean things behind his back or to his face. Ethan says these are old messages and that they weren't together. And Trisha says more keep coming out. Ethan says nothing has happened since you guys have been in a committed relationship. Trisha admits to sleeping with 10 men since they broke up. That's fine. That's her prerogative. She slept with 10 men and he has a handful of direct messages. Trisha says, I'm honest with him. And she says he lies because he says he doesn't, that he doesn't say the types of things that he said in those DMs to people randomly. Now he says the girl was a troll. So now Moses says, well, that girl was a troll. I knew she was trolling, so I trolled her back. Before he said it to make Trisha angry, and now he's saying, well, I was just trolling her because I knew she was a troll. By the way, this is going to be the second time you hear a different reason from Moses as to why he did what he did. Ethan says he hasn't done anything like that since they've been together. So Ethan says, well, he hasn't done anything like that since you guys have been committed. Trisha says that he thinks it's fine. And Trisha says she can't get past it and talks to her therapist all the time about it. Trisha says he cannot make it right. Because when Ethan says, what can you do to make it right? She says she can't do anything to make it right because it's now in her head all the time. He told people that she's on drugs, she's obsessed with food and has issues with food, and that she's obsessed with me. Trisha has admitted, and I have a video coming out about this, that she's clingy with him. She's admitted to drug issues, and she's admitted to having issues with food. But I guess he talked about this stuff with somebody else, right? She said she loves him and wants to get over it, but she can't. Didn't she before so easily discard him? Really fickle. She is clingy with him. She clung to him. She doesn't care. She used him. She misses him. She loves him. Like, which one is it, girl? And even Ethan pointed that out. Trisha says it wasn't even happening when they were dating. And she says he was catfished by the same girl 3 times. Trisha says, I'm honest with him. And she says he lies because he says he doesn't say the truth about the DMs and that he says he's not like that, but then he does say these things to people in DMs. Now, he says the girl was a troll. Ethan says he hasn't done anything like that since they've been together. Trisha says he thinks it's fine. Trisha says she can't get past it and talks to her therapist. Trisha says she can't make it right because it's in her head. He told people about all these things. She said she loves him and wants to get over it, but she can't. first time in her life, she doesn't want to have intercourse with somebody because they won't give her oral intercourse because of her vaginal hygiene smell. What am I even saying? She's upset because she keeps saying more, or that she keeps finding out more information. Ethan says block that person who's giving you information. And Trisha says more keeps coming out. If the person didn't tell her, she would have never known, and she wants to know everything because apparently Moses is a liar. Ethan says if you don't know and it doesn't represent Moses's true feelings, she says it makes it worse because it's private and he put it all out there. I feel like I need a few really hot showers, like baths, to get the stink off me. And that's not even a diss to Trisha. That was a lot to get through. Hold on, let me get something smelling good in here. Okay, that's not even a diss to Trisha. When I get all that off me, like shake, I feel like sometimes I just gotta shake stuff off my aura after like I see stuff like this. So, what did we learn? We learned that Trisha discards people. We know she's a narcissist from what Dr. Drew has said and diagnosed her with. She discards people, clings to them too quickly. She has admitted, I have videos coming out about this, to using him, which by the way, we're going to have a video breaking down whether or not she has been abusive in the relationship, because we also see signs in here where she starts demanding he stop speaking, don't speak, which if you did that to a woman would be very nutty. People would just be going nuts over that. But I guess it's Trisha, so it's okay. And Trisha puts out a lot of personal, private information. And I guess because he said these things in direct messages when they weren't together with somebody, I understand maybe it got out there anyways and it was disgusting, but she elaborates further on it. And then we catch her fiance lying 3 times about why he did it. She will take somebody back that puts her through all of that and lies about it and talks behind her back and puts out all this stuff about her. But Shane, who apparently in private messages was we don't even know if it was crap talking or venting her. We have no evidence has happened other than Peter, Monn, Trisha, and somebody named Charles Gross, which I don't know much about, but I know Peter, Monn, and Trisha are 2 known liars you can't trust and 2 gossips. So we don't know anything, to be honest. Trisha went and slept with 10 guys or 10 people when she was not with this guy. He shares some DMs, expresses his frustration about Trisha, and has a few sexual things he shares with a person. And she has lost it and discards him and just breaks up with him, all while it sounds like when they are in the middle of being broken up, starts demanding when he can and can't speak. But let's cancel Shane and not Trisha. By the way, I don't think we should cancel anybody. Well, some people, if you're a real predator, yeah. But I don't think this would be enough to infer, but I have videos coming out that Trisha might be an abusive person to be in a relationship with. I'm not saying she is, but I'm saying there's a lot of kind of scary evidence that we're going to look at all today, unfortunately. So with that being said, guys, I think I'm going to call it here. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comments. Let me know if you like the video. Give me a big thumbs up to help me out with the channel. And if you're new, subscribe. And if you've been here or you're new, hit notification buttons so you know when I upload. Let me know what you guys think. Share this content with people you think it would help. I'm going to go take some showers and try to smell good. All right, guys, take care. Blessings. Lots of love. Until the next video, I'm wishing everybody lots of hugs. Mwah. Lots of kisses. Stay safe. And make sure and focus on your health. Don't become me. I'm out. Bye, guys.